Hello there, welcome to the third episode of the Short Nerd versus Shorter Nerd podcast. I am the Short Nerd, unless I grow, AJ, and I'm here with America's favorite son, the Shorter Nerd Ryan. What you doing tonight?
I had kind of a shitty day today, but I just realized that only our friends will get that favorite son reference. And if anyone else gets it just by knowing the song, good for you. Just good for you.
Well, let's hit the ground running and
Let's get right into the show.
Yeah, so I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, what's going on?
So we're looking at Jurassic Park today, right?
Yes, indeed we are.
Who's the best part of this movie? Like, who is the best character, whether it's from character display or act, or just how they play the character? Who is it?
I want to say Ian. I am going to say it's Ian Malcolm. I'm kind of an Ian Malcolm fanboy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, now is it? Is that because it's Malcolm, or is that because it's Goldblum?
I mean, it's Goldblum. I feel like the character couldn't be played by anyone else, but at the same time, Goldblum kind of does the dinosaurs. But that kind of adds the charm, and plus, he's the comic relief of the movie. Like,
well,
you can't have the movie without
until
him.
he gets attacked.
And then he kind of just stops, right?
Well, and then he turns into Lost World, Goldblum.
And then we don't want to talk about that boring ass Goldblum, don't we?
Hey, up here, gymnastics kick.
See, everyone shits on that movie because of that one scene, but they don't realize it's a literal 5-second clip.
No, what I would shit on it for is the Los Angeles scene. No, San Diego.
We'll get to that when we talk about that movie.
But I would say Goldblum. I don't know if it's just because it's Goldblum and I love Jeff Goldblum, but it just brings this light.
Yeah, it brings the light that it like seems like the movie wouldn't have already. You know what I mean?
And it's like, it's like there's like 3 levels of energy. There's the Grant level, the Sattler level, and then the Malcolm
Jeff Goldblum
level.
is like on his own shit in this movie. He doesn't give a shit, of course, until he's attacked, but before then, he's just making jokes every 5 seconds. He's flirting with Ellie Sattler. It's really uncomfortable. He asks Grant if she's available. Yeah, it's just like he's always in his own shit, you know what I mean?
Right. I would also argue for Richard Attenborough as John Hammond to answer this question.
Yes. Yeah, he's also really good. But I don't know. I think Goldblum just kind of carries the whole thing, you know what I mean?
You know who is really who plays their part really well?
Who?
Wayne Knight's Dennis Nedry.
Yes. Dennis is played very well. And you know he's an asshole. I love it.
Like, you're supposed to hate him, and you do.
Yeah, you do hate him, but it's just like you don't want to hate him because he's such like an energetic little shit. But yeah, when he was like the scene where he's lying and he's just very obviously lying and he's sweating, he's like, I'm gonna go to the vending machine. Does anyone want them? I assume someone would want them. Would want something. Yeah, like you could clearly see he's doing a terrible job. I don't know why they let him go, like, because then he just ends up stealing everything. But whatever, we'll get to that when we review the movie. But I still think Ian Malcolm is the best part of this movie because he's the comic relief and he kind of carries the movie just a little bit, not like all the way, but he does carry the movie a bit.
Just his introduction in the plane, and I bring scientist, you bring a rock star.
Yeah, and plus, like, he kind of just his presence alone is kind of cool. I don't know. He's just very chill.
And I love when they see the Triceratops and Sattler gets out of the car, and then Grant gets out of the car and he's like, "Oh, I couldn't expect that." And then Grant gets out, he's like, "Oh, I also couldn't expect that." And he goes, and it just
he's just alone.
Yeah, no, and before it cuts, he just goes, that's chaos theory.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we actually agreed on the discussion topic. That's kind of crazy. Is that the first time?
No, we agreed on the first one.
Oh, fuck. All right, whatever.
Hey, listen, the first one was the pilot episode. That's not canon.
Yeah, I mean, we had no clue. We still have no clue what we're doing. Anyways, so the movie obviously is Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg, and it was released in June of 1993, which is so long ago, but oh my god. But it won Movie of the Week with 91% of your votes. You guys really just wanted to see this movie.
Fun fact: only one person voted for the Phantom Menace.
That person was me. Because I just wanted to, I want to review bad movies because they're so much more fun to make fun of.
I mean, I feel like we got to build up a reputation first of like, where people be like, we got to get all the good movies out of the way because people are gonna want to listen to things they like. But I also like listening to things people don't like.
That's why I always like listening to movie podcasts with shit I don't like because they always like crap on it, and that's, I don't know, that's kind of I kind of dig that. I don't know. I always like making fun of stuff, but I understand why everyone chose Jurassic Park though. It's pretty much in my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Oh
So
yeah, definitely. If you had to put it in the top 5 favorite movies of all time, what position would it be, and what is it behind?
I mean, so number 1 would be Empire Strikes Back. Number 2 would be Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Number 3 would be Halloween 1978, and I think number 4 would be this movie. And then I think number 5 would be Terminator 2. So I don't know, that's probably not in the right order. I don't know why the exact order counts, but somewhere top 5 favorite movies, that's what it is. All right, so let's get right into the plot, I assume. AJ, you ready?
I am ready, sir.
All right. So, the story begins on Isla Nublar, a small island 120 miles off the coast of Costa Rica. A large group of construction and animal handlers offload a huge container. The creature within, unseen during the process, the animal attempts to escape with an act leads to mass panic and the death of one of the workers. So, we definitely know that the creature is a velociraptor. We see it. It's very ominous at the beginning, but it is a velociraptor.
Does only Muldoon know what's in the crate? Like, do the rest of the workers know?
I don't know. I mean, I assume because they have Jurassic Park hard hats, right?
Yeah, but like, I know. Also, I just want to take one step back and look at the opening credits. I like how I like its font that they use. It's like the logo font, and like you just hear the footsteps.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh
like,
yeah, and like the music, yeah, it's really great.
it's like this upcoming, like, something gonna happen.
Yeah, some shit's gonna go down,
Yeah, but Jurassic Park needs better, like, getting them in, better security, getting them into the habitats.
Jurassic Park just doesn't need to exist. Like,
No, well, or here's an idea: just breed herbivores.
yeah, that's what I've been saying. Just breed, dinosaurs that won't rip apart humans.
Right, or like, it's like, look at Jurassic World 2, Fallen Kingdom, the one that everyone hates.
Oh god, that movie is actually, I'm not even gonna lie, one of the worst movies I've ever watched. And I'm saying this while watching all the prequels. I just fucking hate that movie. Because that whole movie is just milking the entire franchise. That's it.
Yeah, and like, why would they save all the dinosaurs?
Yeah, and then the whole movie we're forced to follow these people who want to save the dinosaurs, and we're all saying no. It's not a good formula. But anyways, so we also learned that the death of the worker seen earlier raised serious concerns about the safety of the island. And the owner of the island is now seeking scientific experts in the field to help endorse the park. Obviously, these scientists are the main characters that we see. And obviously, one of them is, do you want to say it, AJ?
Dr. Allen!
Allen! And his assistant, Ellie Sattler. They slowly uncover fossilized remains of a velociraptor, perhaps nature's most lethal and cunning predator to date. A beautiful specimen, evolved to kill. And then he kind of he fucks up a kid, kinda.
Yeah.
Really fucks with the kid's head a little bit.
I know. I know you're just reading the synopsis, but would you consider Sattler his assistant? I would consider more his colleague.
I would. I guess Ellie Sattler is the person he's porking. Like, if I'm just gonna be honest, I don't know.
Are they dating?
Yeah, they were in this movie, but then of course in Jurassic Park 3 they had to shit on that by just saying no. Because remember when Ian says, "Are you two a thing?" And oh wait, no, he asks if Ellie Sattler's available, and then yeah, and they're a thing. So yeah, weird. They don't really talk about it other than that scene, but they are together in this movie. But anyways, yeah, he is talking about how, dinosaurs are more related to birds than reptiles, but then this entire movie you see them looking like reptiles and not scientifically accurate. I always found that kind of weird.
Well, they don't look like reptiles, but whenever he was talking about like their movement, like he kept saying like they move in herds and they move like birds.
Well, no, but he was also saying like the anatomy is more close to a bird, but when you look at scientifically accurate dinosaur pictures, like they have feathers, and in this movie they don't have feathers, and it's never bothered me obviously because they look cooler, just as dinosaurs we all know. But I found that interesting where he's calling them like closer to birds, but they look like the sort of average dinosaur we see in like cartoons and stuff.
Yeah. So one thing that I noticed that when Grant made his observation, that like the people at the dig site kind of laughed at him. And
Yeah.
Why would you laugh at? He knows more than you.
Yeah, he's a freaking archaeologist.
He has a PhD.
So after Dr. Grant scares the ever-living shit out of this kid, we finally meet the spared no expense guy, John Hammond, with his little mosquito staff, don't we? He says spared no expense like 500 times throughout this movie too, which is pretty sick.
He spared no expense, except for one expense. His name was Dennis Nedry. We'll get to that.
Yes, we will.
I love John Hammond.
Yeah, he is a good character. He's just a bit of a dick. He doesn't really think about others, but like you get where he's coming from because he just wanted this park to work.
Yeah, and also like I love how he has his sap cane.
Yeah, with the mosquito.
Yeah,
it's really sick.
But it makes you wonder what embryo was in that mosquito.
Yeah, right? The embryo that they didn't use. Maybe it's just a regular mosquito and it's not the dino DNA mosquito, but...
My bet is T-Rex because it looks cool. And you can say, I have a T-Rex in my cane. I'm John Hammond. He's Scottish. What the hell was that?
What the fuck was... Yeah, what was that?
It was not Scotland.
But yeah, I really like the beginning because it's a nice plot setup and you get to know all the characters. And then you wrote in your notes, well, before we get to that, I guess, Nedry's an asshole and I love it. What is his plan? Like, that whole scene is just, I don't know.
Yeah, so Nedry gets to Costa Rica and some guy, I forget his name.
Are you talking about Dennis?
No, not Nedry. The guy who gives him the Lysol barbitol.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name.
Like, what is his goal? Why does he want the embryos? It's never explained. I'm pretty sure it's explained in the book.
I'm just assuming for money, right?
Yeah, I bought the book and I've been reading the book and I think they say it, but I still don't know.
Oh really? Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I'm just gonna assume they want it for money. Because again, why? Like all the Jurassic Park antagonists, they always just want money. It's all the time.
Yeah.
When do they want anything else but money?
Oh, the guy from the second one just wanted the head of the T-Rex.
And plus, the guy from the new one wanted raptors for the military, right?
Oh, gonna put guns on the raptors. I remember. Oh shit, they did do that.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Oh, that was such a bad idea.
That whole well, they're making a third one too, so it's gonna be an entire trilogy, and it's gonna suck.
I was gonna say, at least there's the appeal of bringing back the original cast. They did that for the third one of the first trilogy, and oh,
And that sucked penis. Anyways,
hey, don't you dare shit on the greatest cinematic moment in history.
Alan.
Alan.
Why is that a scene? But anyway,
Oh, because it wasn't directed by Spielberg.
Oh, and then your next line is just Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum.
So yeah, so Hammond offers Grant and Sattler money to fund their dig if they could go and check out and represent his park, and he keeps it kind of very non-specific, but he's like, you'll like this. And they get on the plane, and who do we meet? The man you just cheered for.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeff Goldblum plays eccentric chaos theorist Dr. Ian Malcolm, who's on the plane with Gennaro. Right? Is it Gennaro? Gennaro, the lawyer.
Yeah, the fucking dumbass lawyer. I hate him. I always hate the lawyer.
So one line that Hammond says that we brought up earlier was, "I bring scientists, you bring a rock star." Did Hammond request for Malcolm to come? Because he requested for Malcolm in the sequel, but not like.
I don't know. I'm assuming he did, but then why? Like, I don't know. Maybe he needed more scientists. But if we just gonna have 3 scientists and a lawyer, there should be more people to approve of your park, right? Like, you would think.
I guess because they're respected in their field.
Maybe. I don't know. But you can't only trust 3 people, in my opinion.
Yeah. I love Malcolm's theory of chaos.
Yeah, that's a good scene. Every time Malcolm explains something, like the scene where he's explaining like about the dinosaur thing, and where he's like, God, created dinosaurs. God made dinosaurs extinct. God created man. Man makes dinosaurs.
Man kills God.
Yeah, that like shit like that. He always makes he seems like the dumbest person, but he's actually the smartest person.
Yeah, no,
he's really intelligent.
He has the best line of the movie. It's you and your scientists were so worried about if you could, you didn't think about if you should.
Yes, that's it's put it on a plaque, dude.
That could be applied to so many things.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, in this situation, it makes so much sense.
So anyways, when they're on the helicopter, I love the scene where they get to the island, because it's when you hear the secondary theme.
Oh, yes. I listened to that so many times on the on the CD player. I had the Jurassic Park soundtrack.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. It's so good. It really is.
It's funny when I hear that, I think of at Universal Studios.
Me too.
Yeah. Like after you got on the drop, they play that.
And also, like, you can hear it in the distance too. I have a very good memory of me eating a churro from one of the stands, and I'm in like the Harry Potter world, and I still hear that motherfucking. Bum, bum,
Yeah, cause in Orlando, Hogsmeade is right next to Jurassic Park.
It's just so loud, and I love hearing it. Even when like I'm at the hotel, I hear it. That's how loud it is. Like, well, not in the hotel, but like when I'm walking out of the hotel, like near the Universal Globe, like that, I hear it very faintly. It's just.
Well, I think they play like I think they have like a loop of like music they play in like the hotels and like.
Right. Never mind. Yeah, and then that's one of them.
But it's probably high on the list because it's John fucking Williams.
Yeah, John Williams composed this movie. It's just great. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's wonderful.
But yeah, Hammond is just so confident, and like holy shit, he's so confident that this park is gonna work, and he's always like up his own ass. But then little does he know it's gonna get people killed. Right. Just imagine the guilt after people die, like the guilt from him. Jesus Christ.
I mean, he did call the guy who did die blood-sucking. So, oh no, Gennaro died too, and Mr.
Yeah.
Oh no,
died.
And Nedry.
Oh yeah, but who cares about him though?
I'm sure he Wayne. Um, so they take a jeep, and Hammond essentially tells him to look, and Ellie's like, Alan, this species has been extinct for millions of years, and Alan's just looking in awe, and he moves her head, and this is where the main theme plays, and I fucking love this scene.
Oh, with the CGI dinosaurs that
Like
don't
the
even
reveal.
CGI. Dude, like the audiences shit their pants when they saw this, right? Cause like, okay, ready? I wanted this to be the original discussion topic, but we changed it. Why the CGI in these movies, like in the original, looks better than any other of the movies. And I'll tell you why right now. Because with the close-up shots, they use practical effects to make it look good still. And only use CGI in the long shots. And holy shit did it work. Like with the newer movies, they use CGI and it looks almost too crystal clear, you know?
Yeah.
Looks way too crystal clear.
And
I
like,
tell you though, the only scene where the CGI looks kind of bad is in that field scene with all the bunch of orange dinos.
yeah,
Those do not look good.
especially when they're like jumping over the log.
Yeah, and plus it was a daylight scene and like they're kind of more close. And when it came to the T-Rex scene in the rain, it kind of was like fuzzy and you could kind of get away with using crappy CGI shots, even though I think it's all amazing. Plus, when the T-Rex is crushing at the Jurassic Park vehicle, when he was biting on the wheel and the wheel moved, like audiences must have been like, how did they pull that off, right?
And also, like, this movie's kind of the father of modern CGI, because it was really the first one to use.
It was, and honestly, it holds up better than 99% of the movies today, which I find actually mind-boggling.
Oh, you know what movie has the worst CGI?
The Mask.
Oh yeah, but have you ever seen the Polar Express?
Oh shit! Don't even know.
It's uncanny.
We should put that. We should put that. We should put that on the fucking poll when it comes like Christmas time.
Yes, who will win, bad CGI versus cameo in the lobby of a New York hotel?
Oh my god, dude, those two movies have to be on the poll one time.
Head to head, specifically.
But it has to be Home Alone 2 though. It can't be Home Alone 1.
No. Home Alone 2 is the only one that counts.
Yeah.
Because it's not as bad. It's not like the third one, which is just bad, and it's not great like the first one, but it's like so bad it's good.
Honestly, I think all of them are bad, but that's an unpopular opinion.
There can't be.
Yeah, I just don't like them. I don't like the concept either. They're taking a serious thing and making it comical.
How many
like
kids?
A fucking kid goes through a home invasion, and they're making it so the kid kind of like does terrible things to these people, and I don't know. I don't think it's a good message. I don't think it's a Christmas movie, even though they think it's a Christmas movie, just because go Christmas. Like no.
How did they?
This is a dark movie.
Or like also like, how many kids like hurt themselves when like their parents went out from like setting up like traps, or like tried to order a pizza without paying, or they're like leave it on the doorstep.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. But anyway, I like this. The music changes to a very dark tone when they go into the Discovery Center. Before that, motherfucking bingo, dino DNA. You know that part.
Yeah.
But
So they
as you see the raptors hatching, it gets very dark, and it's almost like foreshadowing what's about to come.
Right. I just want to mention that so Hammond has like a Disneyland-esque ride. Educational.
Oh my god, this shit.
And I find it so campy. Like the whole concept of like that video.
Yeah.
B, he needs better ride safety. Like they got up so easily.
Yeah, exactly. There's no bars on it. And
I don't know why I love the line so much, but you guys don't know how many times before I hit record I've gone bingo dino DNA.
Yeah, you said it like 7 times. It was funny. It's just it's just so campy in a non-campy movie, so it's nice to have that little break.
Yeah.
But they go up to and he's like, "You're breathing." Well, Grant is like, "You're breathing raptors, and he says that very concerned, and I love that. And it's you just wrote wacky cloning machine go brrr.
It's wacky cloning machine go brrr. Yeah,
Brrr.
I was explaining. I essentially said I like how they made it. Like cloning is not logical at all, but like how they made it at least somewhat logical instead of just cloning machine go brrr.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they're like, oh, we used frog DNA and fill in the gaps. Like that makes sense. I like.
Honestly, though, like, who cares though? It's a Jurassic Park
I
movie.
know they made the science mumbo jumbo sound interesting, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is not an easy task.
It is not. But yeah, you just wrote spared no Hammond needs better ride safety. Jesus Christ, spared no expense, my ass. Laughing so hard at that.
I'm pretty sure I ended that. I'm
Aggressive.
pretty sure I ended that note with Lamau. So Grant asked to see where the raptors are kept, and we once again we see not Gennaro. Oh no, I forgot his name. Muldoon. We see Muldoon.
Mm.
And he's answering all the questions, and Grant's like, "Oh, this is fine. Let's go get lunch."
Yeah.
Scotland.
Oh, and then the freaking Malcolm quote: "Life cannot be contained. Life finds a way." That whole speech he makes. That's so far 2 revelations Malcolm has had, and it's definitely not the last.
And that line comes up when they when the Brachiosaurus when Tim, Lex, and Alan are in the tree.
Yeah.
And the Brachiosaurus comes up. He's like, Malcolm was right. Life did find a way.
Exactly.
Wait, no, actually, I think I got that wrong.
No, I think it is right though. Right?
No. Isn't it when after they get out of the tree, they find the eggs in the forest?
Yeah. It's actually then.
Yeah, sorry, I had the wrong scene.
No, I also agreed.
So, the visitors in the audience are spared from the gruesome sight of lunchtime for the raptors.
Rip cow.
Do you wanna? Well,
It's just so like ominous, that whole scene, right?
yeah, and like they lower at a cow or like a bull, whatever, and it comes up and like a bunch of bars, and it comes up, the cow's gone, the strap is like
Yeah, it's
going,
just
the
like everything
bars.
it's like torn to shreds.
Like why? And also like you can't even see the raptors, so why would you breed them?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Actually, just brought that up, and it makes sense. Yeah, who knows? But again, whatever.
So the
Wait, move on. But then I want to say a fun fact.
right. So back in the Discovery Center, they're having lunch, and Hammond's asking for thoughts, and Sattler, Malcolm, and Grant are like, "No, you're fucking insane, man." And we get one of the best lines of all time. You and your scientist were so worried about if you should, you didn't even think about if you... Fuck.
You messed up the best line of the movie.
Strike that. Reverse it.
Put it in reverse, champ.
Slide to the left. Take it back now, y'all.
One hop this time.
You and your scientists were so worried about if they could, you didn't think about if you should.
And that's like oh, you guys could make dinosaurs, but should you make dinosaurs? That
Right.
kind of thing. Like,
And
it's just such a great line.
And Gennaro's like, I think this is great. We could charge thousands of dollars. And Grant's like, no, I want this to be for everyone.
Yeah, I love how like fucking the lawyer's always just concerned about money. It's like I just hate him.
If only he meant something, some sort of demise.
If only he had to use the bathroom at an inconvenient time, even though he doesn't really use the bathroom and he's just trying to escape from the kids.
He left us.
He left us. He left us. But that's not what I'm gonna do. And then what? Imagine just Grant just runs away. He doesn't. Them.
Oh, Batman! Where'd he go?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, fun fact. In the concept art is actually on the wall in the background. It's like the actual concept art for the Universal ride.
Jurassic Park River Adventure. Did you see
Yes.
they redid it in Hollywood?
And I hate it. And I hate it.
What? Wait, whoa.
I hate it.
Why
I
don't
hate it.
you hate the ride or the concept art?
I hate the way they redid it with the Jurassic World.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you've seen the Jurassic World remake.
God,
I thought
yeah.
you were saying how you hate the original. Like, whoa.
No, of course not. It's classic.
Yeah. I'm surprised they were to get Chris Pratt for to do the ride though. Like it's Chris fucking Pratt. He's one of the biggest names in Hollywood.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised. He's a chill dude.
Sometimes.
Apparently, he's in a lot of controversy that I don't know about now.
Apparently he's a chill dude, but some of the things he does, like he follows are
Wait, what does he follow?
He goes to very he goes to a very like homophobic church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's he people have called him out because he is a Republican.
Well, who cares if he's a Republican? But
Yeah, I
like,
know.
it's
As
going
long
to...
as long as he's not like a racist or like a bigot.
This is this. Wait, AJ, look at the screen. This is how I feel to the news you just gave me.
For those of you listening, which you all will
No one's gonna get it.
see the call, there is a sad emoji.
Yeah, you can react on Skype calls, and there's just a bunch of like animated emojis. One of them is just someone crying their eyes out.
I wish there was one where it just played the entire Animaniacs theme in reverse, because that's just kind of how I feel.
Anyways, but yeah, Ian Malcolm holds back like none while speaking his mind. He does not regret anything he says.
Oh, he fucking kills Hammond.
Like he kills him, and then Hammond has no excuse other than just like, oh, I think it's fun for the kids.
Yeah, speaking of kids,
These motherfuckers.
we meet Tim and Lex.
That's her name, Lex? I never knew the girl's name. I always knew Tim, though.
No, it's funny. She first popped. I watched this movie 2 months ago, and then I watched it again this week. And when she first popped on screen, I was writing out, and I go, Tim and
Yeah.
what's her name?
Yeah.
Uh,
But don't say it too much.
no, like I remember Tim.
I actually didn't even remember Tim until I watched the movie again, but like still.
Well, I remember Tim solely based off the electric fence, and I don't know why.
Oh yeah, Tim, you have to jump. 1, 2.
Oh, I just kind of love how fake it looks because they clearly use just like a dummy.
Yeah, and he's just flying through the air. The real person who gets electric shock doesn't go spiraling out of control.
No, he just launches.
Yeah, he just like out of a cannonball.
Yeah, it is legitimately funny.
But yeah, you know. Alan Grant looks so mortified by the kids. And I don't know, I feel like he's a dick to the kids at the beginning, but then he learns to love them.
Right. One thing that we missed in the beginning of the movie, that we should bring up now that we're talking about Lex and Tim, is that after like the incident with the kid in the dig yard, he was like talking to Sattler like, "What, you want one of those?"
Yeah.
Like it's very clear he has the "I do not like kids" mentality.
Yeah, you could kind of see, and then he asked Malcolm about it later. He's like, "Oh, well." Malcolm says, "Oh yeah, I have 3 kids. I love kids." And I don't know if I just don't remember the second movie, but didn't he only have 1 kid?
Am
I crazy, or did he have 1 and not 3?
Well, must have been. They only mentioned the one, but because he did say he was looking for the next ex Mrs. Malcolm.
No, because I swear he said in the original, "Oh yeah, I love kids. I have 3 of them."
Yeah, no, he did say he had 3. I guess I don't really know why. I guess because the plot only called for 1.
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like the others would at least be introduced.
Let's blame it on custody.
Let's just blame it on dumbass story writing. How about that shit?
Oh, another thing that kind of rivals Alan is Sarah. Who else?
Sarah.
Who else is on the island?
Yeah, like
Although I am convinced after watching that movie that they just used they got Goldblum saying Sarah once, and Spielberg just went perfect. We'll just replay the audio.
yeah, I swear to God, he says it in the same tempo, same key every single time.
Sarah, Sarah,
We kind of harmonized there. What the fuck?
Sarah,
We
Sarah,
harmonized.
Sarah, Sarah.
But yeah, it's great times. So, Ellie has Lex rival Alan because it will be good for him. They are dating. Tis confusion, you wrote.
Yeah, so it's because one thing that me and my friends joke about a lot. There is an Impractical Joker scene from like the first season.
I love Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, where Q's in a White Castle speaking in Old English,
Yeah.
and the cashier just stops working. He just goes, "'Tis confusion."
Oh, and then there was another scene where he just kept on looking at the dollar bill and give it back to that dude.
Yeah. I'm finding that we're not going to review the Impractical Jokers movie because it was bad.
It was terrible.
It was like they tried to do the TV show, but it's kind of like half scripted.
Why was there acting in it? I'd rather just see them doing Practical Joker shit than them trying to act.
You know, I'd rather them just do the show on a bigger budget.
Yeah, right? That would
Yeah.
be so much better. Everyone would have loved it. Yeah, it was just terrible. Plus, the challenges were not that great. The only funny one was like the basketball one.
Cranjus McBasketball.
Well, not that one, but yeah, Cranjus with basketball.
My favorite is paging Dr. Shrimp, Puerto Rico.
Oh my god, that one. Wait, I'm trying to think of another one. Oh, Jimmy Can't Stand Your Bits.
Jimmy Can't Stand Your Bits.
Jimmy Can't Stand Your Bits.
There's one that's really long that I can't. It's Fidel Roland Spack My Titty Boosters the Third.
And then another one was African or Asian. No, it was like Irish or African.
Irish African. And then there's one from like one of the recent seasons. I think the name was just Chinese name.
Chinese name.
All right, let's get back to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but geez, I can talk about that show all day. Sam Jackson sightings 1, motherfuckers 0.
Yeah. So
however, hold on to your butts. Kind of replaces MF in this movie. Don't you agree?
Hold on to your butts. I just love how he says it. Like he doesn't want to be there.
You could tell Sam Jackson was just like half-assing this movie.
I can't tell if that's because he didn't want to be there or if that's just the character.
I don't know, honestly. I can't tell.
Yeah. So the gang minus one John Hammond get in the electric jeeps for the tour, like it's at a zoo, and this is the first time we're running it, and Arnold, where Sam Jackson is like, hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
This is where we see Nedry at work, and boy, is his web station. Ooh.
Yeah, it's just food, isn't it?
It's like my desk from a year ago before I got my shit together.
It's like my desk right now. But yeah, you know, Nedry is just kind of, you know, the biggest dick in this movie.
No, but like I fucking love Nedry though.
I love him. He's just annoying to watch, in my opinion, just because like how much of an asshole he is.
Well, whenever I see him, I just think of I like it's funny. I don't know him as Nedry. I see him and go, oh, that's Newman from Seinfeld.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, because that's right. Well, that's Newman from Seinfeld and from Space Jam.
Yeah.
I forgot that he was in Space Jam.
I haven't even seen Space Jam.
Oh, it's great. There's Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes. I don't like basketball.
Me neither. That's not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, the tour is largely uneventful. The Tyrannosaurus Rex and Dilophosaurus. Did I say that right?
Dilophosaurus. And wait, can I just say, seeing them all excited about the tour is really ironic. And also, why are the kids with the lawyer?
hey, you can't sue children, so they're okay, right?
Children could sue you though.
Yeah, but like he represents InGen, and they wouldn't sue their grandpa.
That's facts. That's facts.
But the T-Rex and the Dilphosaurus.
Dildosaurus.
I said Dilf, but
Nah, I heard Dildosaurus. The fuck?
new name.
Dildosaurus. No, but it's the Dilophosaurus.
Yeah,
But you know, they just don't see the Dilophosaurus, do they?
no, they don't.
It's sad. I just wrote my notes. Dennis sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Why are the fences so low on the T-Rex station? Did they not see the terrifying future?
Well, because I figured I guess it's like it's electrified, so.
That's facts. But still, though, he could. What? A bit of electricity? A giant, warm-blooded mammal? Come on now.
It was like it was a 10,000-volt fence. It would have killed him, or actually no, her. Or the dinosaurs are females. My bad.
Yeah, I guess, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
Clearly, it didn't work when the power was lost. Like, God forbid the power's lost. You should at least make the fence a bit larger, right?
Yeah. So after no sightings of a T-Rex or a Dilophosaurus, it cuts
That's the word.
yeah, him too. It cuts back to the control room where we see that a tropical storm is approaching, and Hammond is pissed because his plans just went down the drain. So they call for the boat leaving in 5 minutes. Drop what you're doing and get out of here. And this is where Nedry gets slow. I'm gonna go get a drink. You guys want a drink? I'm
Yeah. And he just kind of stutters over himself, and he's so obviously lying, and it's kind of a funny scene.
Wait, no. Oh no, that happens after they see the Tyrannosaurus Rex, because they stop in front of the T-Rex.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Sorry. Okay, so actually, they find a Triceratops who is sick, so Sattler gets out to go check on it, and Grant follows, and this is so before Sattler gets out, Malcolm explaining chaos theory to her.
Oh yeah, that's like a flirty moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like a very flirty moment.
She gets out, and he goes, "See, you weren't expecting her to get out. That's another unexpected moment." And then Grant gets out. He's like, "Oh, that's another unexpected moment. See, you're not expecting that. That's chaos theory."
And then he's just all alone.
Fuck, I can't. Part of me wonders if that was just Goldblum riffing.
I think it was a line, but who knows at this point? It might have just been him. I wouldn't be surprised.
Apartments.com.
But yeah, and then they go to the sick Triceratops, and holy shit, you feel bad for this non-existing animal. Like, the practical effects are so good in this scene.
I know. And Sattler thinks he ate poisonous berries, but he didn't because they checked. They went through some shit to check. And so Sattler goes with unnamed worker number 1 to go in the gas jeep while the others go on the tour. And then we see Nedry like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get some chocolate. You guys want some chocolate?" And,
no, I think he goes to he's pretending to go to the vending machine.
Yeah. And then we see Nedry's true colors, and I found out why. Last time we cut, I found out why, and by last time we cut, I mean I read the plot synopsis forward. Apparently, he's stealing the embryos for InGen's rival company, Biosyn.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I know he's stealing embryos, but say the reason again.
He has been hired to steal dinosaur embryos from InGen's rival corporation, Biosyn. I guess Dodson worked for Biosyn.
Ah, makes sense. Makes sense.
They never said. I guess they said that in the book, and I know the movie and the book are very close because Michael Crean wrote the screenplay for the movie.
Yeah.
Or is it Crichton? I don't know. Mike.
Mike.
Mike wrote the screenplay.
And the when he just like you forgot to mention, I know this is like, later, but when Jeff goes up to the camera, he's like, are we expected to see any dinosaurs on the dinosaur tour? And he starts knocking and breathing on the camera. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that.
So Nedry shuts down the system, and they stop her in front of the T-Rex.
Oh yeah, this is like, and when you realize Nedry kind of fucks over everyone. He's like the Jar Jar Binks,
Except that Jar Jar Binks wins in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's Nedry. Oh whoa. Ooh.
That happens.
But so Malcolm's like, "Is there supposed to be dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour?"
Mhm.
And then we pan over to the T-Rex exhibit, and the goat is gone, and one of the kids, I can't remember which one, goes, "What happened to the goat?"
And then the fucking goat leg
on the car.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that I forgot to mention, Tim found this like night vision goggles headset. It's like, well, this is cool. And Gennaro, just such a dick. He goes, "Is it heavy?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Then it's expensive. Don't touch it."
Don't touch it. Like, stop being so boring, man. Just please.
They're not kids, man. They're young adults. They have lives.
But yeah, you can clearly see how like Jurassic Park is a mess, and everyone in the control room is kind of arguing with each other.
Yeah, I mean it really is. You're so concerned if you could, you didn't think about if you should.
That's the whole message of the movie, That's the entire message.
Well, I feel like the message of the movie is life finds a way.
Yeah, but I also feel like the message is like human greed and like just why focus if you should. I mean, why focus if you could do it, but really focus if you should be doing it.
Also, it's like, don't play God.
Yeah, don't play God, because God made these animals extinct for a reason. So the fact that you're like putting them back on the face of the earth is like a terrible idea.
God created dinosaurs. God kills dinosaurs. God created man. Man creates dinosaurs. Man kills God.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot what the last one was, but
Jeff saying dino droppings, like, yes, it's a piece of shit, Jeff. We get it.
Yeah. So anyways, the tour shuts down, and you want to walk us through this?
Yeah. He's on like a video call with like the dude. Well, no, he's on a phone call with the dude. He's trying to shut down the power. Why does the live stream have a play button and like a video bar?
Oh, because it was pre-recorded and they forgot to edit that out.
Yeah, they probably should have edited that out though. Like
Spielberg.
Yes, but then Dennis stealing all the embryos, looks really sick. And then Dennis, escapes with his Jeep, but not fully. But then the motherfucking T-Rex.
So this T-Rex breaks free, and it's just a lot of screaming and roaring and.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's my favorite scene ever.
I can't describe it. Like, honestly, I just like, I don't know how to describe it in words. It's just,
you just have to like kind of watch it.
The first time I saw it, it kind of scared the shit out of me because I've never seen, like, I hadn't seen it before. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. They're gonna fucking die.
But yeah, dude, the special effects look so cool, and the scene where there's practical effects looks so sick.
Yeah.
And the lawyer just leaves the kids. It's just like, and then of course, Malcolm's like, when you gotta go, because he ends up going to the bathroom.
Right, which is just Malcolm. See, this is before Malcolm just has a complete 180 tonal shift of a character. This way he's like, chaos theory is woo.
Yeah, this is way before.
So so the T-Rex attacks the car and flips over the car with Tim and Lex in it, and they're all bloody. Grant goes to get them out while Malcolm takes a flare to distract the T-Rex.
Oh my god.
How
Well,
did-
first Alan Grant takes the flare, and he does a good job. But then, of course, Malcolm has to step in and fuck it all up.
Well, he only really fucked over himself in Gennaro.
Well, yeah, but he still fucked it all up because the T-Rex does eventually come back.
Yeah.
But I guess that's inevitable, right?
Yeah, well, because, life finds a way.
Life always finds a way. But yeah, I wrote again, why do the special effects in this movie look better than the newer movies? And they just do. And of course, the dumbass kids waving the flashlight, put them in this position. And I also wrote my notes, T-Rex tears throughout the car roof. And I was just like, that's the coolest shot when he's just ripping through the roof.
I like how he just kind of like it didn't even use much force. He kind of like lightly tapped on it and it just caved in.
Yeah, it just absolutely caved in.
And Malcolm is flung into I guess the bathroom where Gennaro is, and he's praying, and then oopsie daisy, he's the one who dies.
Yeah. I mean, Malcolm really fucked him over, didn't he?
He did, but he didn't.
He didn't mean to, obviously, but the T-Rex wouldn't have gone in that direction.
Yeah. Also, when the T-Rex turned around, his tail whacks the flipped over car that Tim is still stuck under. Grant got Lex out, and it falls over the edge into a tree, and Tim survives it.
Yeah, I don't know how Tim survives it. He just survives it.
Yeah, but the kids are terrified.
Oh yeah, the kids are gonna have PTSD from this.
They're like Ian Malcolm or Dr. Alan Grant. In the meantime, Nedry is lost. He hits he shut everything off so he could get out and safely. And he runs into the dock sign, so he gets lost, and he finds the second dock sign.
Well, when he finds the dock sign, he's trying to find the east dock, but he keeps on spinning it to try to find it because it spun out of place, and it's just so funny.
And then he find because he hit the sign, and then he sees another one, but he hits a branch on his way down. But on the direction they are, he just went in a circle.
Probably.
So Nedry comes in contact with a Dilophosaurus, and he's like, good. Well, he says, good boy. He misgenders them. They were said to all be female.
Yeah, which is weird.
Dennis.
At least I thought.
Well, it's not weird. What's weird that he's calling them good boy, or... Well, because Dennis Nedry, he's not calling them female, because he's Dennis Nedry. He's like, oh, it's a dog.
Yeah, and dude, the fucking Dilophosaurus actually looks kind of cute when it's not violent. Am I right?
Yeah, and then it expands and shoots venom. Or if you're in Universal Studios Orlando or Hollywood, it shoots water.
But dude, this entire T-Rex / Dilophosaurus rain scene is the most suspenseful thing. It's so good. But I just wrote down the cars is more of a threat than the dinosaurs in every case possible. With the do we get to the car tree scene yet or no?
No, we gotta talk about Nedry's demise.
But a part of Nedry's demise is just his car breaking down and getting stuck, and of course that leads to his demise, which he gets back in the car, and guess who's there? Dildosaurus.
Dilophosaurus.
Yes. But he's there. He fucks shit up and he kills Dennis.
Well, he if you remember at the beginning of the movie, Grant was like, when they eat you, you're still alive. You could very clearly see that here.
Yes.
Ooh, it is gruesome. Like you don't see it because it just kind of backs away from the car, but like you could tell.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Sattler and Muldoon are in the Muldoon, Hammond, and Arnold are in the control center, and Sattler and Muldoon take a gas jeep out to where the attack was, and and
They find sitting there.
well, he gets a lot less from
He
here.
gets a lot less when he went through, traumatic experiences.
Yeah. Um, but but she's screaming, Alan!
Yeah, Alan, Dr. Grant, Alan. Just like,
Poor Jeff Goldblum. Nobody.
yeah, nobody gave a shit about him. 'Cause why would they? I mean, to be fair, they kind of didn't know him that well.
Those that didn't scream for Gennaro or Tim or Lex.
But
Wait,
and then
wait, hang
what?
on. Muldoon and Sattler only went because Hammond said, "Can you ask Muldoon to get his grandkids?" And Sattler said, "I'm going with," and they both start yelling for Grant and not the kids.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized that too. They probably did. To be fair, they probably didn't even know the kids' names. Let's be honest.
You could just yelled kids.
Kids.
Sarah.
But yeah. So they find Malcolm, and it's more serious. And then Grant's promising what's her name, Lexi, that he's not gonna leave them. And he doesn't leave him. He helps Timmy in the tree with the car, and the car is more of a threat than dinosaurs. So eventually, he's like, "I'm gonna puke," and Dr. Grant's like, "Oh, that's okay." And then he's like, "This is impossible." Grant's like, "No, it's not." And then the car starts pretty much chasing them down the tree, and it's such a suspenseful scene. And in a movie about dinosaurs attacking, who would have known this scene would be super suspenseful?
Oh, so I want to point out a continuity error.
What's that?
If so, Tim was really good at climbing down the tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did it take him like years to get down the fence?
Yeah, I don't know. Like he was able to climb down the tree, I feel like so quick. Because there was more of a clear threat, right?
Well, but like when he like stopped and he stopped because the light he got scared and then the light turned on, so he knew the fence was gonna turn on soon.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's facts.
so I just realized that means that they went the entire night with the fences off.
Yeah, holy crap. Wait, did more dinosaurs end up escaping? I guess besides the Dilophosaurus.
I don't know.
Oh, the Velociraptors.
I mean, I guess they probably just one would assume they went to Isla Sorna because that's right off the coast of Isla Nublar.
Yeah, probably. But holy shit, my voice just dropped like 5 octaves for no reason. My bad. And I wrote Grant. Oh wait, no, before that, this car chase scene between the T-Rex, and again we get the do we even mention the thumping and the vibration of the
No.
T-Rex stomping? Yeah,
So,
we didn't mention it before.
Malcolm was telling Sattler about it earlier, and then when they first realized the T-Rex is coming, because you hear a thumping and you feel it, and Gennaro like woke up, and and Malcolm was like, and then when it happened the second time when Malcolm was injured, I forget what he said, but like, he wasn't in like jokey tone. He was like it was in like a worry tone,
Yeah, he was more worried than joking.
and like, I don't even know what to say here.
Yeah, me neither. It's just such a, and I wonder, like, if a T-Rex is almost able to catch up to motherfuckers in a Jeep, can we just talk about the second one real quick? Where the T-Rex is not able to catch up to, like, humans running?
Yeah, so they said that the T-Rex can run at and well, not the T-Rex. In the beginning, they said they could run when they first revealed the dinosaurs. Hammond, I believe, said they could run at like 35 miles an hour. So that means that they were running at 35 miles an hour. Also, a Jeep can go much faster than 35.
Yeah, that's weird. It could definitely go much faster. Which, dude, I don't know. Again, it's just a movie, but I was more talking about the second one's flaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also with back to the first one. They're running away. That scene where they're being chased by the dinosaur. That's what I see as that's the scene I see as the father of modern CGI.
Really?
Well, because that's all CGI,
Yeah, it is all CGI.
and it looks fucking amazing.
It does. It doesn't look fake. But then you go to, the scene with the dinosaurs in the field and, whatever.
Let me get
But
there.
this scene is great.
So
And then must go faster.
must go faster. Must go faster.
I love how, Malcolm's not screaming at all, and Ellie Sattler's just screaming so hard.
Shit!
Shit!
I
Yeah.
I kind of hate how much she yells shit.
I actually like it. I think it's realistic. But in the next scene, they climb up to another tree.
Right. So
Yeah.
back to Tim, Lex, and Alan.
Yeah.
They climb up another tree to sleep for the night. And Tim and Lex are like, "How do we know another dinosaur is not going to come?" And Alan's like, "I'll stay up the whole night." I think this is really where he like the major character change of him going from like becoming like more of a family man
Yeah.
compared to his I don't like kids.
Yeah, exactly. He definitely went through a bit of a character development thing where he actually likes these kids now.
Right. And then they wake up and well, actually no, before they fall asleep, they see Bronchiosaurus.
Oh yeah, and then well before that, they make shitty dinosaur jokes in the tree. And I'm just like, dinosaurs just try to rip your face off and you're telling shitty dinosaur jokes? Like, come on now.
It's coping.
Coping mechanisms. Solving dinosaurs with dinosaurs.
Yeah. And then so they wake up and the Bronchiosaurus is right in the face and Lex is terrified and Tim's like, no, that's fine. He's a vegan.
Yeah, he's a vegan
Sorry,
dinosaur.
she's a vegan. I keep saying he.
Dude, but we find out later that the dinosaurs do end up changing sex, so I don't blame you.
Oh, we're gonna get canceled.
But yeah, Grant's like a father to these kids. I love it.
Maybe we do meet their parents.
I don't know. Because we just know that they're the grandchildren of Mosquito Man. I kind of forgot his name on the spot. Hammond.
John.
Yeah.
Dino DNA.
Dino DNA Man. But he then the Bronchiosaurus sneezes on Lexi, and it's pretty sick. I always found that scene absolutely disgusting. But then Grant goes up to a bunch of eggs, and he's like, "These are dinosaur eggs." Well, no shit, Grant.
So he earlier in the movie when they're talking about the DNA in that little Disney like Epcot-esque video, they said they mixed it with that of a frog to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but it doesn't really make sense. So he said that there are some frogs in South Africa, I think it was, who are changing sex in a same-sex environment to reproduce. And the frog, so that's what that was. Which
yeah, and it's really interesting, honestly.
I'm surprised none of the InGen scientists thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know how the scientists who have been working on this for so long did not realize that. Like, if they just didn't use frogs, they wouldn't have breeded.
Right.
Yeah, I find it silly.
Back in the control room, it cuts to the greatest shot in all of cinema.
What shot is that?
Oh, do you not know the one?
Oh, god damn it. I know what we're talking about. Shirtless Ian Malcolm.
Did you see that that they recreated the photo on the set of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Dominion,
Yes.
and I fucking hate how he still looks the same, just with gray hair.
Does look the same. He just has like different hair. That's it.
So after we see my dad and your shirtless Ian Malcolm,
Shirtless Ian Malcolm is dad, and then we see Muldoon, Ellie Sattler, and then Arnold goes to check on the power. Right, he's gone, and then Hammond's telling Ellie and Muldoon, what to do, and then actually he's originally just telling Muldoon what to do.
and Sattler said, "No, I can do it," and and Hammond was like, "But you're a," and shouldn't I? Because you're a, and I'm a, and she's like,
Yeah,
"Listen."
he does this whole sexist thing, like you're a, and I'm a, and he's like, we can talk about sexism after, and I'm just like, damn, you go, and then they both end up going, and then this scene is pretty crucial. So he's talking to him on the walkie-talkie and shit, right? And she's trying to turn on the power, and she gets kind of lost, but she finds it, and she's like, so it's very suspenseful, right? So then you see the kids trying to climb over the fence, and it's not obviously electrified because the power's off. But as you see this going on, she's slowly turning on each switch, and then the alarm on the fence goes off, like the siren, and then he's like, "You have to jump, Timmy!"
Right, because by that time, Lex and Alan are off the fence. Also, there are two things I want to point out. One, I like how they get up to the fence and like see the lights are on, and Alan just goes, lights are off. He just, all right, let's climb, and he grabs onto it. And he's like,
oh yeah, he does the fake out. Yeah, that
scares the shit out of some kids.
I don't know why he has to fucking petrify.
And then, because he's
Alan. That's why.
And then, so when Muldoon and Sattler goes, Muldoon realizes they're being like he's trying to watch out for raptors, and he realizes they're being hunted. So he tells her to run.
And it's just when she's running, it's actually probably one of the most suspenseful scenes, even though there's no dinosaurs.
And when Muldoon realizes that he's been outsmarted by the raptor, it's just clever girl.
What happens is raptors are really intelligent in this movie, which they were in real life. What they do is they set up a bait raptor in the bushes, right? And they think that's the only one. But then there's just a raptor that just pulls an Assassin's Creed on him.
Well, yeah, because it's like I forget if they said in this movie or another one, but they hunt in pairs.
Yeah, they hunt in pairs.
And like when the Dilophosaurus, I think, like I'm pretty sure they're in pairs too, because the ones that spread an injury in and out of the car are not the same one.
Mm-hmm.
And they're definitely a former raptor.
Yeah.
But
by the way, Dilophosaurus, my favorite dinosaur. Can I just say that? Like, come on.
But yeah, Muldoon gets mauled, and you see it.
Holy shit, it's brutal. It's not like, okay, pretty much every dinosaur death besides the lawyer has been off screen, which the lawyer one was CGI. This one, you see a raptor tear into his shit. Like, it's not off screen, but you don't see like explicit.
It cuts away very quickly, but you see enough to realize,
like, oh god, that's painful.
And plus, it adds to the beginning of the movie where Grant was saying to was petrifying
Shooter
that they when they eat you, you're still alive.
Oh yeah, and also I thought you were gonna say the beginning where he's Modine's like shooter, and the other dude died. This time there's no one to shoot, which I don't get this. There's no one to shoot. You could have by the time he said clever girl, you could have shotgunned her ass, right? You could have just murdered the raptor.
There's two of them.
Yeah, but fuck two of them. You shotgun the first one, reload it really quick, and then shoot the other one. I don't know, I feel like, again, it wouldn't make a good scene, but I'm just saying, dumb doctor.
I think
anyways,
to die. Not saying that he needs to die, but like for like the purpose of the story.
Yeah, for the plot. But anyways, Ellie Sattler is turning on all these electrical shits, and Timmy has to jump, but he just won't do it, right? And then eventually she turns on the gate switch. Boom! He launches through the air. Motherfucker goes sky high. Holy shit!
This scene legitimately made me laugh because you could clearly tell that he jumped and he was gonna land on a crash mat, but he jumped and they immediately, but like the powers of editing, that it's clearly a dummy when he's falling.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. And even like in real life, If you get electrified, you don't fly through the air. Like,
No, like that's one of the things that didn't work for me, but I laugh at it every time.
no, yeah, it's so funny
It,
though.
it, that is the Alan moment of the film where it's not supposed to be funny, but you're just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, like what the fuck just happened? But yeah, it's really funny. And then next, Ellie Sattler's underground and shit, and she's doing this, and she's like, "All right, I turn on all the power," and then
She's like, I did it, and then
and it Raptor comes out right. She's even celebrating at first. She's like laughing, and then Raptor just ruins her whole day, coming up from behind her. And it's a scary scene. Again, people consider Jurassic Park to be a horror movie sometimes.
I've seen this movie multiple times, and every time I know that scene's always coming. It still scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, because it's a jump scare. I don't think this movie's a horror. It's like almost like an Alien or like a Predator kind of movie. It's not a horror movie, but it's a very suspenseful movie.
It's an action movie with a threat that can legitimately kill you.
It's an action movie that could terrify you. Again, it doesn't terrify me because dinosaurs go raw. Dinosaurs are epic. But like whatever. Raptor's pretty terrifying.
The only movie that terrifies me is The Polar Express.
The only movie that terrifies me is The Mask. What the hell? That was just an acid trip.
No. The only movie that terrifies me is like Shark Tale.
Nah, the only movie that terrifies me, Mrs. Doubtfire. That movie was not good. It's so overrated. I'm sorry. Like I love Robin Williams to death. That movie's overrated. It's such an uncomfortable movie. But anyways, we might put down the poll. I might put down the poll one day. But anyways, so Raptor chase, right? And then this fucking scene. Hey Jay, you want to talk about this scene?
So, I do want to talk about this scene. So when Sattler starts running away, her leg gets hurt. How does her leg get hurt?
I actually don't remember, but she's like limping.
Yeah, she wasn't limping. I don't know why she's limping.
Yeah, I don't know, but we assume it kind of happens off screen, and then she turns her back to a wall, and then something touches her. And you wanna go into that because this scene shocked me the first time.
So there's a hand that touches her shoulder instantly. It's Mr. Arnold's hand. She's like, "Oh, Mr. Arnold, thank goodness you're here."
And then Mr. Arnold's fucking dead. So I need the physics to this scene, right? So the severed hand touches her and she's like, ah! How? Like, you know what I mean when I say how, right? How did the hand conveniently, slowly, how is it floating to begin? Like, I don't know, but we have to assume it's just all convenient.
Yeah, so physics may have not been a thing there, but you know what? Definitely.
For the movie.
Yeah, but it was a thing there.
In my notes, I just have the words "fake hand, motherfucker."
Damn it! You ruined my joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tell the joke.
So I was gonna say, physics aren't there. You know what was there? Fake handomania.
Yes.
It's clearly fake. It's like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you told me that Spielberg went to Party City and just cut off the sleeve of Sam Jackson.
Yeah, it looks so fake. Because, like, the fingers aren't even moving. It's just stiff. But anyways, Grant, and the kids come back, to the research center. And Grant's like, kids, go inside. I will go find... I think he goes to try to find Ellie Sattler. And then the kids are fat as fuck, dude. They're just, like, eating and shit.
They're munching.
And, a shadow of a raptor. And then they're forced to go in the kitchen. And this scene's the most essential scene in the movie. And then, does Grant get reunited with Sattler before or after the kitchen scene?
It might be after. Does he go back to the control room?
I'm assuming it's after, right? Because if they found him before, they would come earlier. Whatever happens.
No, wait, no. I know what happens.
All right, so X.
Okay, so Grant leaves the kid in the main dining area, and he tries to search for the other survivors because he doesn't know who's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And Lex and Tim, they're confronted by raptors into the kitchen, and it's terrifying. The raptors are
Mhm.
stalking, trying to find them.
They open the door too with their
Yeah,
claws.
and they're picking up on everything. The only way they're able to get out is by tricking them with reflection and locking them in the freezer.
Which is really smart of the kids, by the way.
Right. Eventually, Lex and Tim manage to, they get them in the freezer. Get the raptors in the freezer. Hello, speech. Um, but the other one chases them out of the kitchen. They meet up in the control room with Grant Sattler, and the kids try to restore the power. Now, keep in mind, Nedry still has the computer, effed up.
Yeah.
But if you remember earlier in the movie, Lex said, "I'm a hacker." So while Lex is hacking into Nedry's computer, the Raptors trying to get into the control room, and I think it's Sattler and Grant are just holding the door.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, just grab the gun. Please. Like, when the Raptors are trying to break through, there's a shotgun on the ground, and Sattler's like barely holding on to the door. Can't she just
Right.
run and get the gun and let the Raptor in for a second and then shoot them?
Right. And so Lex gets into the computer and fixes everything just as like the Raptor gets in, and they're chased, and they end up in the main part of the Discovery Center.
Mhm.
It's the last two Raptors. So the other one got out of the freezer. I'm assuming that's what happened.
Mhm.
And just as all hope is lost, you wanna you wanna take it?
Yeah, so they're like, oh shit, we're screwed. But then, Among Us, they go in the vents. And they're crawling through the vents, and then the Raptors doing some crazy shit, and then they eventually get to the main room with all the dinosaur bones and stuff, and it's really suspenseful. And Grant, Ellie, Lexi, and Timmy find themselves a little cornered. They have two raptors on each side, and when all hope seems lost, once again, when all hope seems lost, I'm a motherfucking T-Rex! Motherfucking murders the raptors, throws one of them into the dinosaur bones, and dude, this scene's brilliant, honestly. It's a perfect end. Yes, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would the T-Rex be there when he's been gone for I guess she's been gone for so long. But dude, good ending. And when the T-Rex is roaring, when dinosaurs roam the earth banner is kind of going down, it's like,
Right.
holy shit.
It's
And
I feel like the dinosaur sharing was kind of like the life finds a way, like
yeah, and also the dinosaur roaring with the Jurassic Park theme playing in the background will be so milked in the future movies. So
but it works really well here.
but it doesn't work in like
And
almost
then
all the other movies.
and and then the survivors, aka Malcolm, Hammond, Lex, Tim, Grant, and Sattler. Actually, is Malcolm on the plane ride back?
Yeah, Malcolm is already, well, no, he's already waiting for everyone else to go.
Right, he's waiting with Hammond.
And then
And Grant gets a card and goes, "Doctor," no, he goes, "Mr. Hammond, I'd like to pull my investment." And he goes, "So would I." Like that's nice.
no, I think he says after careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse your park. And then Hammond's like, so have I. And it's like it's actually one of my favorite lines.
Right.
After
And then
careful consideration.
and then the final scene as they fly off into the sunset, Grant with the kids in his arms, sleeping, with the soft Jurassic Park theme playing, looks at
And then
Sattler.
the birds. It's such a bittersweet ending.
The ending is it's powerful and epic and perfectly captures the spirit of the movie, portraying dinosaurs as some of the most magnificent creatures to ever roam the earth.
Yes.
Well,
It's a great ending.
it's such a great ending. If only they didn't do it again, the third one, except the birds, dinosaurs. And,
No, yeah, the birds are the pterodactyls that tried to murder them 30 minutes earlier.
yeah. And also, like, do we just assume that they got to the mainland and?
Yeah, and then murdered other people. I'm telling you, pterodactyls are so slept on. Those things are fucking scary.
Okay. Here, give me a tier list: Isla Nublar, Isla Sorna. This is kind of off topic, but because we talked about Jurassic Park 3 and the pterodactyls.
Yeah. Isla Nublar is better.
Would you? I honestly like. I kind of wish it was real.
What the fuck? Why? So people get murdered?
No, like it was like Isla Nublar was like a real place, and like that's where they actually filmed the movie.
Oh, I thought you meant like Isla Nublar, but with the dinosaurs.
No,
right?
no, 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 no.
No, yeah, Isla Nublar is completely made up, but Costa Rica exists. That's
No,
close
it
enough
doesn't.
like that. Costa Rica just doesn't exist.
Do you know something interesting?
Yes.
So Jurassic Park 2, one of the scenes where they're walking in the forest, and they stop. They stop in the they stop in the forest. That was in the forest. They stop, and it was filmed in the East Redwood Forest in California. You realize where they are, right?
Endor.
Yeah, they're in Endor.
Yeah.
I remember the first time watching them, where I'm like, are they in Endor?
Yeah.
But I have said that, like, if I ever go to California, that's one of the first things I'm doing. I'm going to Endor.
Of course you are, dude. That's what I want to do, but at the same time, it's just a forest, though.
Well,
Like,
no, because it's like a really like beautiful forest with
that's true.
it's a nice hiking trail, and the hiking trail leads
It's one of the only forests in California that's not burned to shit. What did I say?
but it has a hiking trail that leads to like a nice view of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, that's
So-
actually better than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Endor was filmed there. So like,
Endor's from there, so you.
have you seen the episode Parks and Rec where they're in California and Ben takes Leslie there, and they just like stop him at own Leslie like what? And he's like, oh my god, I'm on Endor.
I'm on Endor.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park is one of those movies where it's like almost flawless, like in my opinion. Like I never say this about movies, but is there anything wrong with this movie? Please tell me.
I not much.
It's really not. I guess the shitty CGI in one scene and Timmy flying, but other than those two minor things, it's a damn near flawless movie.
And
I give it a 9.6 out of 10. That's
well,
my
that
rating.
and also like the kind of the plot hole with oh, what was it? Shit. The plot hole with Nedry.
But is it really that much of a plot hole though?
Well, we never know why. Like, we don't know who he's selling it to.
We just gotta assume that he's doing it just for money. Like,
Right.
yeah, dude, I give it a 9 point. Oh, excuse me, I give it a 9.6. What do you give it?
So on Letterboxd, I gave it a 4.5. So if you're translating, that's like a 9.
Oh, really? God damn, that's low, dude.
Well, because Letterboxd is only up to 5 stars.
Yeah.
And
So, like, all right. So if we're ranking out of 5 stars, I'll go easy. I'll go
I want to do 4.75, but you can only do half stars. That's the thing I don't like about Letterboxd.
So yeah, fuck it. I'll just stay with my 9.6.
Oh, 4.5, 9.6.
Yeah.
Well, IMDb gave the movie 8 out of 10. And
No,
Rotten Tomatoes got on Rotten Tomatoes a 91%.
Too low.
Well, that's also that's both the critic score and the tomato meter score.
Cringe score. That's what I call it. I'm so funny.
Haha, laughing.
They should just make an Allen score and base it how many times they say Allen in the movie. Jurassic Park 3 would have 100% score. Just think about that shit.
Allen!
And Jurassic Park 3 sucks.
Jurassic Park 2, however.
See, Jurassic Park 2 is weird. I don't know if it sucks or not. I haven't watched that movie in like 3 years either.
My biggest question with that is the whole, like, it's a good setup, and the problem with that movie is that halfway through production, Spielberg just lost interest in the story and just said, "Fuck it, let's go with the spectacle."
Yeah, exactly.
But like, it was a good setup.
Yeah, I think it didn't have as much care as the first one, but it's overall pretty decent.
Also,
I don't shit on too much.
I don't get why. Why did? So what was the? I'm just gonna question that movie for a second. You know, Do you need Grant needs to send someone to Isla Sorna, right? Because Nublar
Yeah.
is the first one, and I guess Jurassic World, but we don't talk about that.
Uh-huh.
So Grant's got to send someone there. Does that why? What was his reason for sending Malcolm? Because
I
Malcolm,
don't know.
because like Malcolm clearly has PTSD, and Granite, pun intended. So does Grant in the third one, but it's a lot less severe than Malcolm's.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why the fuck they send Malcolm. I mean, he seemed pretty chill in this one though. Like, he did not this one, obviously Jurassic Park 2. I don't know. I feel like Malcolm is like way more boring in Jurassic Park 2 than he was in the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, he's still good because it's Goldblum.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Honest Trailers called him. I think when they were doing the Honest Trailer for Jurassic Park 2, they called him the guy who's just there to say all the lines for the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not
Yeah.
important now. What is important now
Is yes.
what we're gonna do next week. So obviously, I won the movie of the week poll of 91%. Bask in my glory.
Yeah, have I won any movie of the week?
Yeah, you nominated Nightmare.
Oh, right. All right, I forgot. I thought you did that.
So I'm gonna pick my movie of the week first, and this episode comes out just days before the 2020 United States election. So I decided to pick a real intense political thriller that will get everyone thinking, and just kind of get in the spirit of the election season. Do you know what film I'm picking?
Motherfucking Borat.
Bro, how'd you know? That's wacky.
It's the original Borat, though, right?
Yeah, the original. I've yet
If we do the new one, that's too political for our podcast. We gotta do the original.
No, we gotta wait until like after inauguration day to do the
Yeah,
new
exactly.
one because Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani's an asshole. What? All right.
He clearly wasn't a shirt tuck, but let's not talk about
No
that.
one lies down while tucking their shirt. Anyway, I don't want to get canceled. So my movie of the week is gonna be very different than the masterpiece that is Borat.
My wife. Very nice, very nice.
That's it. Very nice. It's gonna be. See, I'm deciding on the spot which Indiana Jones it's gonna be. Fuck it. Let's do Indiana Jones. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, thank God.
Why?
I thought you were gonna say Crystal Skull.
Oh no, that's like later podcast. We'll talk. I mean, I will nominate that. AJ, don't even test me. I'll nominate. I nominated Phantom Menace last week, bro. You can't test me. I nominate shitty movies on purpose, dog.
Crystal Skull.
Shit movie.
But
they're making a fifth one. You hear about that?
yeah. With episode 7, Harrison Ford.
It's gonna be shit, right? Like it has to be bad.
Oh, if we're to assume how it's gonna go, Adam Driver is gonna be there, and Han Solo's gonna quote unquote kill himself. Was that ever confirmed that he was the one who killed himself?
What?
So you know the theory that on the bridge in episode 7, right when Han dies, he's the one who ignites the Ben's lightsaber.
Oh, I haven't heard about that theory, but I don't think that's fucking true at all. What's the theory behind that?
I forget. I knew what it was, and then I kind of like fell out with the sequel trilogy because it's Last Jedi. No, not Last Jedi. The other one.
Dude, Last Jedi is so underrated, but episode 9 fucking sucked.
Well, you know what the problem with The Last Jedi is?
What's the problem? What? Canto Bite, right? Oh, shit on Canto Bite.
Canto Bite, I feel like it's too long and it just kind of drags.
Yeah, it is too long.
There's some logic holes with Laura Dern's character.
But listen, here's the thing, right?
Right.
At least it's original. With episode 9, it's I can't even talk about this. Like, I actually like Attack of the Clones better just because it gives more nostalgia. That's the only reason.
I mean, at least we could at least
make a meme on Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
but episode 9.
I never watch Attack of the Clones alone. I watch it with my friends. Each time something comes, I go he said it. And I'm just pointing at the screen.
We said funny sandline. which isn't even the funniest line in the movie. But yeah, by the way, viewers, this is a Jurassic Park podcast.
Hey,
we're just talking about.
This is like 6 degrees of separation.
Yes.
Because Jurassic Park is Laura Dern. Laura Dern was in Last Jedi.
Ah.
On that note, good night. So long. This is
also, if this gets released before Halloween, have a safe Halloween. If it doesn't, fuck you.
And if you're going out on Halloween, wear a mask.
Please, for God's sakes. I feel like we're gonna have a spike, and I'm so scared. Like, I'm dressing up as a mask character for Halloween, and I'm still gonna wear a mask underneath that mask. That's how much I care.
You want to hear something really sad?
Yeah, what's that?
I'm working on Halloween.
Yeah, you told me. That's so sad, dude. Don't.
It's fine. I don't get invited to parties. I'm a nerd.
I got invited to a party, but that's tomorrow. That's not on Halloween.
Well, I was gonna say I got invited to a party, but I couldn't go. Obviously.
I mean, parties kind of suck too.
Honestly, like when I'm at a party, I just kind of like stick with like my inner circle, of friends at that party. And just kind of stand in the corner.
And then when they group out, it's like, oh, where do I go? Anyway, we gotta end the podcast. AJ, we'll continue this conversation off camera.
Before we
good night, y'all, and have a good Halloween.
Alan.